So just a couple of hours ago, Brianna Wu posted something to GamerGhazi in response to a few subreddits being deleted off of Reddit by Emperor Pal. So in this post, Brianna Wu starts it off by saying, I don't want to see Kotakuinaction nuked. I want to see 3 specific behaviors stopped. And I can't wait to see what 3 these are going to be. I'm sure these are all legitimate and in no way dishonest or anything. So she starts off by listing a quote, and it doesn't matter, but she says, I was going to post this in KIA, but their mods advised me that it would get downvoted and no one would see it. So I'm going to post it here. I hope KIA will cross-link it and have a healthy discussion so they don't get nuked. That's not going to happen because it would be in direct violation of rule number 4, so the only people who are really going to comment on it from KIA are other people doing the stupid shit that I'm doing right now. So she says, can we have an honest discussion? That's all we've been asking for this entire time, but okay. I believe that a wide range of political opinions is both healthy and inevitable. Part of human nature, really. I don't agree with anything KIA believes, meaning apparently she doesn't agree with ethics in games journalism and anti-censorship, but that doesn't mean for that reason alone they should be thrown off Reddit. There is not going to be a point where conservative gamers are going to see the light and agree with us. Conservative gamers? Really? Brianna, that's what you think everyone on KIA is? The conservative gamer? You fucking what? Ugh. Conservative versus liberal is part of human nature, so since it's unreasonable to expect them to go away, what do we want? If KIA does get nuked, it will be because its denizens were unable to see how others interpreted their actions. Bit of a spelling grammar mistake there with its, but whatever. As an engineer, I'm a pragmatist. No, you're not, but that's okay. And apparently, she has 3 specific actions that she would strongly suggest we stop today, so their forum can survive, and the freedom of ideas can continue unfettered. Number 1, they must stop outing transgender people. Okay, so you mean, what, just don't talk about you as a trans woman? I don't understand. If there's any behavior KIA does that will end up getting them nuked for harassment, this is it. If they don't believe transgender women are women, that's wrong, but letting them say it is a free speech issue. You heard it here, folks. Letting people say what they believe is a free speech issue. Where it gets different is targeting specific individuals. I know they don't understand this, but outing someone transgender can literally lead to their death, their firing, and other kinds of terrible abuse. Okay. Brianna Wu. Fucking listen to me. The entire time, the entire 10 months that this shit has been going on, Google Grampers have been outed as Google Grampers to their bosses and their families. And people have called for our jobs. So, I understand you're trying to go for something a little bit more high stakes with you dying, but do you really fucking think... Do you really fucking think that someone is going to be like, oh, that Brianna Wu person, they're transgender, let me just go find them and kill them. Or, oh, that Sarah Nyberg person, they're transgender, let me go find them and kill them. Like, are you so afraid of your own shadow that you think people are going to do this? She goes on to say, they can easily advocate against transgender rights without endangering specific people. So, apparently... identifying someone as trans is advocating against transgender rights. Or not believing that trans women are real women is against trans rights, which doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just a definition issue. Number 2, they must stop inciting a violent mob against individuals. It's... inciting a violent mob. Name one violent mob that's come out of KIA. 1. Who's been hurt, Brianna? Other than the idiots' wallets who keep fucking donating to you. Who's been hurt? I've thought about this a lot, and this is the most likely scenario where I think I could get murdered. Fucking Christ, she does actually believe it's about her. Oh my god. A reader of KIA or 8chan has been hearing all day long what a terrible person I am, and frenzied by the mob, he shows up at my doxed address with a gun and murders me and my family. Just the levels of fucking silliness. Maybe he hasn't even sent death threats, but the steady diet of hearing that I am the worst person on earth makes him feel like he's doing the world a favor and killing me. Okay, so let's expand on this idea. So why hasn't George Bush been murdered? Why hasn't Obama been murdered? Why hasn't anyone been murdered recently? Because I know a fuck of a lot of people who said that George Bush was the devil. I know a fuck ton of people who said that Obama was the devil. Why aren't they dead? Why hasn't someone showed up at their address with a gun and murdered them and their family? Maybe because that's fucking retarded, Brianna. Jesus Christ. I have become a public figure. No, you haven't become a public figure. You forced yourself into becoming a public figure. It wasn't just bestowed on you. And I realize that part of that is I'm going to have to endure very harsh criticism. Do you really realize that? Just look at your Twitter feed. Do you really realize that? Where it crosses the line is where it becomes less about my ideas and who I am as a person. Brianna Wu is stupid, untalented, wrong, a bitch, an idiot, a failed game developer. That's a fuck ton of projection right there, but I'm glad to see that you agree. For the most things, anyway. I don't think you're a bitch. I do think you're an idiot. I do believe that you're untalented. But I mean, those are all things that can be fixed. I'm not really attacking you, I'm attacking the things that you've done. Those opinions are what I signed up for. Knock yourselves out and long live free speech. Okay, you don't believe any of this. You very clearly don't believe any of this. Fuck's sake, someone farts in the same room as you, and you blame the Gamergate fucking Illuminati of trying to murder you. God damn it. But if you're minimizing the threats to my life, saying I made them up, and advocating the mob frenzy of attacking me and other women, well, I know KIA doesn't understand it, but this is harassment. Look, no one is advocating a mob to go attack you, Brianna. And if they are, everyone... You know, I'm actually going to say this. Everyone on KIA completely denounces that shit. Everyone. Every single one. And anyone who doesn't is fucking trolling. Because KIA is more politically correct than any other area in which Gamergate likes to talk. So, if I call someone a faggot on KIA, people aren't going to like me very much because they like to talk about their PR a lot, you know? So if someone advocates the mob frenzy to attack you and other women, fucking KIA is going to tell them to fuck off. If you don't understand that, you're obviously not really paying attention to what people are fucking saying. Number 3. Admit the free market wants a Reddit with less harassment. I know Reddit believes that this policy change is all SJW brainwashing, but I strongly disagree. I think Ellen Pao is trying to, well, you're using the wrong term, she's Führer Pao, is trying to make sure Reddit survives for years to come. So, this is actually something that I 100% agree with. I do think Ellen Pao is just trying to bait investors into Reddit. Reddit has not been doing very well financially for a while. They introduced the whole gold system, they introduced the donation system, and they're kind of doing what 4chan supposedly was trying to do with Gawker Media. So, I think finally Brianna Wu has said something that's actually legitimate for once. Which is, I applaud it, really. It's great. I'm so proud of you. Like Twitter, Reddit's reputation is as a place where users get harassed. No, it's not. No, it's not, Brianna. Fucking citation needed, please. They've done internal studies that show the users of Reddit itself want this change. Again, please, just give me a fucking link. Just something. Something. I don't fucking believe you. Reddit's power as a social place is in its users, and if the users don't feel safe, they're going to leave. You know what, fine. You know what, sure. Maybe, if people don't feel safe, they're going to leave. But maybe they might realize that they're on the fucking internet, and nothing you really says matters, unless you're going up against a social justice idiot who's gonna complain about you hurting their fifis to your boss. Over my life, I've been both a liberal and a conservative. Obviously, I lean very strongly one way now, and to me, liberals are much more friendly and emotionally healthy group to belong to. But if I were being honest, we do sometimes have a pro-censorship bent that makes me deeply uncomfortable. It doesn't make you uncomfortable. It doesn't actually make you uncomfortable. I would argue that it makes you fake uncomfortable so you can get more money into your fucking Patreon account. I actually took a snapshot of your Patreon account the other day when I was talking to someone on Twitter. $3,044 a month. For doing nothing. And you just released an article talking about how The Law & Order SVU episode was based on your horrible life. Your life can't be that fucking horrible if you're getting $3,044 a month for doing nothing. For doing nothing. So, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe censorship does make you deeply uncomfortable, because if everyone started censoring the bullshit trolls that are fueling your wallet, that would probably make you uncomfortable. So this is two things that you've said that I actually agree with. Sorry, three. No, three, because you correctly identified why Reddit is doing this. I hope that, rather than blame others, KIA will be an adult and take this moment to look into the mirror. The truth is, they have some harassing behavior that needs to stop. I hope they'll reflect upon it, not for my sake, but for their own. Brianna, you don't give a fuck about KIA. So in summary, number one, recognizing that someone is trans and saying that they're trans is not harassment. That's like saying that I'm white or I have a dick. Those are just facts. And in fact, there are a few transgender people in the GamerGhazi movement. In fact, there was one, there was one trans woman that I saw on the GamerGhazi ladies stream the other day. Do you think that when we identify her as trans, we're harassing her? No, I don't think so. Number two, we're not inciting a violent mob. Go fuck yourself. Like, really. No one's been hurt. No one. If you can prove to me that someone's been hurt, I'll change it. I'll fucking change it. I'll be like, okay, sure. Me, as the leader of Gamergate, will fucking change it. I promise you. I'll pinky promise you, Brianna. Number three, admit the free market. You know what? Yeah. Everyone on paper wants a life with less harassment. Everyone. Everyone. But removing KIA wouldn't be removing harassment. It would be adding censorship. So, Brianna, really, I want to extend this invite to you. I want to talk to you. Because you did say at the start of this article that you fucking wanted to talk. So I would very much like to have a polite conversation, and I would like for you to elaborate on these points. Because I guess maybe I'm just one of those grimble grampers that doesn't fucking understand what the hell you're talking about. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave the link to her post down in the description below. If you think I'm full of shit, if you think I'm right, let me know in the comments. I would love to have a talk about this. Again, Brianna, I would love to have a talk with you about this. Follow me on Twitter at Floop Network for more Gamergate related stuff, as well as just random shit going on in the games industry. Also, make sure to follow the verified Sonic account, because they seem to have some sort of self-awareness that is really fucking hilarious. My name is Matt, thanks for watching, and have a great day.